Ladies and gentlemen, I am a writer. I've written a lot of books, 95 books. I do a whole lot of other things, quite frankly, more important than being a writer. I'm a parent. I have 3 grown children. I am a sports fanatic. I've coached rep soccer, rep basketball across the province. I've had 2 teams that have been the provincial champions. I'm a social worker by training. I have my master's degree in social work. For a lot of years when I taught full-time, I worked in the ER at Credit Valley 2 or 3 shifts a week. I run a children's program in Kenya. It's called the Creation of Hope. These are 55 of our more than 400 orphans. These are the kids in the Rolling Hills residence. These are kids who have nobody, nothing. We've had over 125 schools involved across Canada with support as far away as Germany, Japan, England, the United States. We made 2 commitments to schools. Every single penny that comes from a student, every penny that comes from a school goes directly to service. There are no administrative costs. And through our website, we'll show you line by line, dollar by dollar, item by item, school by school, how we spend your money. Because it's your money, you have a right to know. There are images, pictures, maps, author notes, me talking about the writing process, what I was thinking about. 1 or 2 chapters showing the actual editing between my editor and I. There's a bonus chapter not in the book online. There's articles on Kibera, malaria, tribal violence. This is more than a novel. It's literature circle, global studies, social justice, geography, history, all in one piece. And when you buy this book, Penguin Random House has donated $1.30 to my orphanage. What does $1.30 do? Every time 77 books are sold, that's $100. $100 provides for my orphanage for 1 day. That's food for all 55 children, routine medical care, school supplies, the salary, the driver, the night watchman, the cook, the matron, the patron, the electricity, sanitation, and water for the building. $100 a day is what it takes to run an orphanage in Kenya when you actually run it in Kenya. This is about a real boy. This is him. He was born with no fingers on one hand and 2 fingers on the other hand, so his mother tried to kill him 3 times. She threw him in a garbage pit. That's not in the picture book. His grandma took him. In a place where most people are poor, Grace was the poorest person I'd ever met. She had 9 grandkids. Before the mother gave this little boy up, she named him. She called him Mathini. Mathini in Kakamba means suffering. She called the boy Suffering. Grace tried her best, but she didn't have much. She'd feed them porridge in the morning. She would only ever eat what was burnt on the bottom of the pot. For supper, at least once a week, she'd put water on and say to them, "Supper's coming." There was no supper. She just wanted them to go to sleep. This is the bedroom of the picture book. The real bedroom's behind this door. Grace and the granddaughters would share that bed with 1 blanket while the boys would lie on the floor with a few rags cuddled up like puppies trying to stay warm. In the market, when people would see this boy's hand, they'd say to him, "You are a curse on your family. They should have allowed you to die." At school, kids would laugh at him, tease him. Sometimes they'd throw rocks at him on the way home. But he tried to stay happy. He loved playing soccer. He still does, because in soccer you don't need to have fingers, you just need to have heart, and I've yet to meet anyone with more heart than this kid. His grandmother came to us and said, "Little Mathini, he needs more than I can give him. Do you have room for Mathini in your orphanage?" We said, "Grace, we're terribly sorry. There's no room for Mathini in our orphanage." She said, "I understand it's so crowded. If I come back in 3 months or 6 months, will there be room for Mathini?" We said, "Grace, you don't understand it all. There will never be room for Mathini in our orphanage. There'll never be room for suffering. But we do have room for blessings. If we can change his name to Baraka, which means blessing in Swahili, he can come tomorrow." Our patron held out his hand and said, "Hello, little boy, what exactly is your name?" The little boy with 2 fingers took his hand and said, "My name is Baraka, because I am a blessing."